Welcome to the Everything Stemtech DVD. We say everything because this one DVD contains a variety of segments, all of which are designed to help you better understand the company, the products, and the business opportunity, so you can build a brighter future for you and your family, starting today. Why not invite others to watch with you who could also benefit from everything Stemtech has to offer? Stemtech is changing lives. How can you change someone's life today?
Welcome to the Everything Stemtech Training DVD, and thank you for joining the Stemtech family. The goal of this production is to inform you about all aspects of Stemtech so that you are better prepared to build a successful business. The DVD is divided into several different tracks talking about the company, the products, and the business opportunity. Many of the important questions that you have will likely be answered by going through each of these segments. But remember, the most important thing that you'll learn is that you should consistently and enthusiastically go out and talk about the Stemtech story. Soon it'll become second nature to you, and all the goals that you've set for yourself will be achieved, and soon you'll be also setting new goals far beyond your expectations. Stemtech recently celebrated its 5th anniversary, and the foundation has been set for a truly global opportunity. The business now spans over 20 countries on 6 continents, and rapid growth continues as we set records nearly every single month. With ever-increasing ease, you can now access the global marketplace thanks to the expansion of internet use and global travel like never before. I encourage you to take advantage of this unprecedented global opportunity by building locally, nationally, and internationally. I'd like to share with you briefly what makes Stemtech so special. When we first started, our dream was to enhance people's lives, even change them for the better with the company. By combining stem cell nutrition and network marketing, we've achieved our intent, and in many ways beyond what we ever imagined, and today we are experts in our field.
Why is now the right time to be part of this incredible Stemtech opportunity?
Hi, I'm Andy Goodwin, Vice President of European Markets, and right now Stemtech is surfing an incredible wave which has been created by a change in people's thinking, a change in the way they look at health and wellness. People around the world are recognizing that there's different ways, there's new ways, and with Stemtech being right at the cutting edge of product development and really challenging people's traditional thinking has enabled us to take our product to hundreds of thousands of people around the world who experience benefits, who feel a difference. And this is what is helping change the way people think about traditional medicine and health. But why should you be part of this business right now? Imagine if you'd invested in the internet or computers in the 90s. Would it have been a wise decision? As we look forward to the next 10 and 15 years, the baby boomers of the 60s will be just part of an incredible global market for us. With Stemtech's continual development of new products and expansion around the world, you're in the right place at the right time and get involved in this truly amazing business.
Hi, I'm Don Karn, Vice President of North American Markets for Stemtech. And let me tell you, I know the question you're asking yourself right now, and that is, are we a business opportunity or are we a product company? Well, let me give you the answer. Short and simple. We're both. Yes, we are a business opportunity, but we're also a wonderful product company. And you know how good the products are if you've taken them. There's no doubt in your mind that they work. There's no doubt in their mind that they've made a difference in your life. You've seen how other people's lives have been changed and improved by using our wonderful products. And you know they're backed by sound science, and we've got a patent that makes us unique. We're involved in leading edge technology about stem cell nutrition, and we're all natural. It couldn't get any better. But in addition to that, we've got a great opportunity, and all you need to do is look around, open the health span, and see the people who are being successful globally around the world. And you see that people are making good incomes, that their families have more time to spend together, and that they have more money to spend to help not just their family, but to help others around the world. So when you go out to talk about Stemtech, realize that your cart is filled with wonderful products, but it's also filled with a magnanimous, wonderful opportunity for people to be successful, to enjoy, and more than enjoy, to own their own life, where they have the money to do what they want and the time to do it. So make sure when you're talking Stemtech, you're talking business opportunity and you're talking great products. Good luck.
Wellness, quality of life getting better, living longer. These are all principles in which Stemtech believes. Inner wellness, financial independence, these are all keys that we hope to offer to you. Much of that begins with the quality of Stemtech products. We have worked very hard and diligently to provide you with the best ingredients available, whether Aphanizomenon floss aqua, or AFA, from the pristine northwest of the United States, to other sources of quality ingredients from around the world, making up and going into all of the products which you consume. It's very important to us to partner with quality organizations that follow prescribed good manufacturing practices or GMP methods of producing our products, tested along the way, step by step, to ensure you that you can have confidence in the quality of the products that Stemtech is providing to you.
And we're up to date on the latest and greatest in cutting-edge technology, and we work to bring this to you. Our goal is to make sure that you have all the business tools necessary to make your job as easy as possible.
So we can provide you, our distributors, the type of support that you need to build successful businesses. Some of the tools we have here at Stemtech is our personalized website. Now this website is an opportunity for you to upload photos of yourself, share your personal testimonial, whether it's business or product related. This is where your retail customers can go and shop online, or any of your potential prospects that want to join our organization. The great part about Stemtech is we also have a business back office. Now with this back office, you can manage your downline, you can see what you need to do to advance in rank so you can maximize your commission earnings. We have so many great tools here at Stemtech, and in distributor services, we make sure that you're aware about all of these wonderful things that we have going on. And in DS, Distributor Services, we make a commitment to excellence, and excellence to provide you the best support possible worldwide.
What are Stemtech conventions like? Stemtech rolls out the red carpet for its distributors. Conventions are like family reunions where old friends connect and new friendships are formed. These events combine excitement, training, great food, fun, and lots of surprises. Our home office team makes exciting announcements and shares both scientific and business-oriented information. Our field team generously shares their expertise with the audience, helping them reach even higher levels in Stemtech. Our evening events are highlights of the convention. Great food, music, and laughter make for great memories. We go from casual to cocktail. These are spectacular events. We love to give recognition to our leaders, those who have reached the highest during the prior year. We hold a special evening for our top leaders at the finest venues. This is gourmet dining at its best. A view, music, simply beautiful. Everyone leaves the Stemtech convention even more committed to building their businesses and already planning on attending the next one. Please join us at the next Stemtech convention. You'll be so glad you did.
Right from our beginning, it's been the Stemtech corporate culture to give back to the communities in which we do business. In the United States, our very first year in business, we started identifying charities, and then as we began our global expansion, we formalized the Stemtech Global Foundation in 2008 and now give it to over a dozen charities around the world. The Stemtech Corporation provides funding for 100% of the expenses of the foundation so that all of the different donations that come into the charity can go directly to all the organizations that we support. Casey also donates all of her time as the executive director of the foundation.
For instance, we support an AIDS orphanage in South Africa that helps children who were orphaned by the disease, or oftentimes who have the disease themselves. In Kenya, we also support the Sheldrick Elephant Orphanage, which takes in elephants who were left abandoned in the wild by poachers.
We encourage all distributors to participate in donating through the Stemtech Foundation's website. If everyone just gives a little, we can make a big difference over time with the size of our distributor base as it grows. Also, as an incentive, those distributors who participate in the Auto Donate program with the foundation get special discounts on Stemtech-sponsored events throughout the world, as well as recognition in our publications. So we'll keep you updated on the charity's activities around the world.
And thank you for being part of a company and foundation that know the importance of giving back.
What is stem cell science, and what does it promise today?
Stem cells are essentially the building blocks of the body. Probably one of the greatest discoveries of our time is the discovery that stem cells from the bone marrow, adult stem cells, have the ability of becoming virtually any kind of cell types in the body. And one of the probably the greatest discoveries is their role in this natural renewal system of the body. We renew our organs and tissues every day of our lives. We lose cells and they need to be replaced. And what was discovered is that it is the role of stem cells from the bone marrow to travel in the body and migrate every day in various tissues and organ, and helping maintaining these tissues and organ healthy and sound. It's essentially our natural renewal system. The way that it works is that anytime there's a tissue that is not functioning optimally, it sends a signal to the bone marrow, which triggers the release of stem cells from the bone marrow, increasing the number of stem cells circulating in the bloodstream. And then the tissue in question releases other compounds that will attract stem cells to that tissue. And as stem cells migrate in that tissue, they become cells of that tissue. And that's how the body essentially renews itself during the entire life of an individual.
What is SE2 Advanced Adult Stem Cell Support?
SE2 is really the newest cutting edge in stem cell research. When we developed StemEnhance, we were working with this natural aquatic botanical called Aphanizomenum flossaqua, in short AFA. People were reporting a broad variety of benefits touching various aspects of the body, benefits on the skin, on the heart, on the liver, of the pancreas. Our question was, how can one product bring benefits to so many different aspects of human physiology? And that's how we discovered that it's working at an extremely primitive level in the body, the stem cell. By supporting the release of stem cells from the bone marrow, we support the whole process of body renewal and body tissue repair. So with SE2, we took the reverse thinking. We said, what else out there is known historically throughout centuries to be linked to a broad variety of health benefits? So we studied a lot of these compounds, and of all of them, we found another two that have as an effect, it's supporting the release of stem cells from the bone marrow. The first one is a polysaccharide extracted from one specific seaweed called Undaria pinnatifida. Generically speaking, it's called fucoidan. It's a long chain of fucose. It's a polysaccharide. There are many, many fucoidan. Each seaweed has a form of fucoidan, but they can have very, very different effects. Some of them actually completely opposite effects. So here we're talking about fucoidan from one specific seaweed called Undaria pinnatifida. And we were able to show that it also supports the natural release of stem cells from the bone marrow, but it does it in a very different way. It does it not like StemEnhance that triggers this very rapid release of stem cells from the bone marrow that will then slowly go back to baseline after a few hours, 2-3 hours. With fucoidan, we get this very slow release that increases over time, and 4, 5, 6 hours after consumption, we're still having a fairly significant increase in the natural number of circulating stem cells. So we blended StemEnhance with fucoidan. But in our work, we also stumbled on another plant that has an effect on stem cell release. And this one has a great story associated with it. In essence, the story is that in Chinese medicine, I'm talking traditional Chinese medicine, ancient literature, there was this concept of the jing that still exists today, but it's been somewhat transformed. Originally, in ancient literature, the jing that supports over time repair and regeneration of the body. So what colleagues of ours have discovered is that SE2 not only supports the jing, but the jing in ancient literature, those two different jings, one is embryonic stem cells and the one that we're left with is actually adult stem cells. So even in ancient Chinese literature, already they had discovered the concept of stem cells, they were just calling it differently. So we went back in and consulted with experts in the field of traditional Chinese medicine to see what is known to support the jing, thinking that it might very well support stem cell release. And one of these plants is eshawu, also known as fotai. So we went in the lab, tested fotai, and we discovered that it does exactly that. It supports the natural release of stem cells from the bone marrow. But it has such a neat history, neat story. Because of its history, it has been used for centuries. So SE2 is the blend of these three compounds, StemEnhance, fucoidan from Undaria pinnatifida, and fotai. The three of them triggering and supporting the release of stem cells from the bone marrow, but with very different dynamics, so that the three together really brings a powerful synergy. So we're really here having the next and the new breakthrough in the whole field of stem cell research.
How does StemFlow support the circulation of stem cells?
StemFlow was developed around the very general idea that if you release stem cells from the bone marrow and increase the number of circulating stem cells in the bloodstream, what can you do to really maximize the circulation of these stem cells and their delivery to every single tissue and organ of the body?
And as the name implies, it flows, circulation, something to do with working in the circulation. Well, we get out these adult stem cells naturally with the assistance of StemEnhance. These adult stem cells get into the circulation, and then you think, well, how do they get to their destination? Well, they have to travel through the superhighway of the body, and that, of course, is our circulation, our blood vessels. And that's where StemFlow concentrates.
So we simply asked the question, what is it that can impair optimal blood flow, and what can we do about it? And essentially, it's the formation in the bloodstream, because of oxidative stress, the formation of fibrin mesh. These are sort of air balls, if I could say, in the blood, nothing dramatic, but they can block the entry of capillaries and reduce the blood flow through capillaries. Nutrients, oxygen, minerals, vitamins, everything can still circulate, but cells are sort of filtered out of these small vessels. So that means that wherever you have fibrin, that tissue is deprived of the circulation of cells and therefore deprived of tissue renewal. So that's essentially the essence. So StemFlow is the blend of very specific enzymes, fibrinolytic enzymes that will go in the bloodstream and digest fibrin, and very strong natural antioxidants, berries, mangosteen, amla, a series of very strong natural antioxidants that will prevent the formation of fibrin in the bloodstream. And since it's a product about circulation, we simply added other components like lemon extracts, for example, very well known for its effect on capillaries, to maintain strong capillaries. And again, since we're working with the blood, we added curcumin, that is a very well-known blood purifier.
You combine that with these very powerful antioxidants, and you have an incredible product to assist in the delivery of these adult stem cells that have been naturally released with the StemEnhance into the tissue in need. So StemFlow is an incredible companion product to StemEnhance.
How does ST5 with MigraStem work?
To understand the concept behind ST5 with MigraStem, we need to go back to this general process here of the natural renewal system of the body with stem cells. Stem cells are first released from the bone marrow, then they circulate in the bloodstream, then they need to migrate in the tissue. When they arrive in the tissue, they proliferate and they differentiate or transform into cells of that tissue. So the process of migration is crucial. The ability of stem cells to go from the blood to the tissue. So as we studied a lot of these natural compounds that we thought would have an effect on stem cells, I'm talking here about natural products that have been associated over centuries to a broad variety of benefits. So just like AFA, our hypothesis was that maybe they work by supporting stem cell release. And to our surprise, what we discovered is that a good number of them worked in a completely different way. They work by supporting the migration of stem cells out of the blood into the tissue. More specifically, they work by increasing the number of receptors on their membrane. Having more receptors, they're more receptive to tissues calling for assistance. So we support in that fashion their migration into the tissues. So we're talking here about goji berries, colostrum, fucoidan coming from a different kinds of seaweed. We're talking Chinese mushrooms. These are 4 key ingredients shown to have a very clear effect on stem cell migration by increasing the density of these receptors on the membrane. And the blend of these is called MigraStem. Now, to make MigraStem more interesting, what we did is that we blended it with a beverage that would bring a lot of benefits overall to not only stem cells but to all the cells of the body. So we're talking about 1 dose of ST5 will bring 4 grams of proteins, easily digestible proteins, vegetable proteins, that also will play a role in reducing appetite, for example. So it's a very, very good product if we want to as part of a program of weight loss. It's not designed for that, but it's very interesting to use it for that. It has all the vitamins and the minerals that the body needs. We have very, very neat sugars in ST5, sugars that are digested very slowly, so it does not provide any wave here of hyperglycemia, hypoglycemia. It gives this feeling of long-term energy. And we also have a lot of fibers, so ST5 is considered an excellent source of fiber. So we have with ST5 a very nice beverage in the morning, appetite suppressant, good energy throughout the day, and it supports the migration of stem cells out of the blood into your tissues.
How does STEM sport support an active lifestyle?
This body we live within, it demands physical activity to assist in maintaining bone density and muscle mass. And that's where STEM sport comes in. It is the concept of using STEM enhance and STEM flow combined in before and after activity and competition to assist in reducing recovery time.
The day after, when you feel a little bit of soreness, these are all micro lesions in your muscles and your tendons, and you feel them. Even if it's not, we're not talking about big discomfort here, just a very natural process of doing exercise. These micro lesions are going to prevent you the next time you go to the gym, if you go just a few days later, if you do any exercise a few days later, it's going to prevent you to go to the maximum. Your body is designed to protect itself, so if you have these micro lesions, you really cannot go to the fullest. So when we use STEM enhance and STEM flow around physical activity, that's the concept that we call STEM sports. When you do physical activity, you create free radicals, you create micro lesions. When you take STEM flow and STEM enhance before physical activity, you can quench these free radicals that are produced during physical activity. And when you take it right after physical activity, you circulate stem cells and support the circulation of these stem cells to the muscles and all the tissues that are affected, so that you can really speed up the recovery from these micro lesions. So the next time you go to the gym, you can go to the fullest again. So over time, you can really increase performance. And if it's not about performance, if it's really just for pleasure, then you just enjoy the whole thing even more, because you don't have the discomfort, a few days later. So it's an awesome concept here that so many people have experienced and came back saying that doing physical activity with STEM sport is just a whole different story.
You can find more information on stemsport.com for North America and stemsportinternational.com for the rest of the worldwide markets.
How do STEM pets and STEM equine keep animals healthy?
When we developed STEM enhance and launched STEM enhance on the marketplace, a lot of people started to give STEM enhance to their pets, and dog, cats, horses. A lot of animal owners obviously will sometimes do more for their animals that they would do for themselves. So they start to open capsules and give it to their beloved four-leggeds. And rapidly could see the same benefits that are reported in humans. So people start to ask, can we get STEM enhance in a palatable form for dogs and horses? And that's what we did. STEM Pets is STEM enhance that is compressed into a chewable tablet with natural fish flavors. It's not fish, it's Daphnia, but it gives fish flavor. Animals just love it. And that's what we have for STEM Pets. For STEM Equine, we have STEM Enhance, but compressed into granules with molasses, apple pectin, apple flavor, all natural. You just have to take a scoop, put it with the grain, and then the horse will readily take it because the flavor is very good for horses. All I can say is that after a few years of having STEM Pets and STEM Equine in the marketplace, the results are really amazing.
The pet owners and the horse owners have been writing into us from all over the world, reporting the improvements in health, well-being, energy, and even things like concentration in the horse world. We've had that feedback as well. People write into us and tell us how valuable these products are.
You don't have a placebo effect with a pet. They get better or they don't. This one, I mean, it's obvious. So the stories that we have heard, and not only in the life of the animals, because obviously if the animal does better, then the owners are doing so much better. So it's quality of life for both. But we have seen so many stories. And then we have also started to do some preliminary clinical trials. We have 2 or 3 studies going on right now with horses, and the results, as we're moving in these clinical studies, the results are exactly what we have seen so far reported by people. It's really worth trying it to give a better life to your beloved four-leggeds.
Why is Dermastem Renewal Serum called the cutting edge of adult stem cell science?
What we wanted to do with Dermastem was to tap into all the cutting edge in terms of stem cell science and apply it to skin rejuvenation. Our starting point was to go in the lab and review, study many natural compounds, natural plants known to have a great effect on the skin through various mechanisms, increase in collagen formation, elastin formation, many different mechanisms. And our hypothesis was that probably many of those plants or compounds, their real effect is that it supports the natural renewal process of the skin, supports the role of stem cells in the skin, and as stem cells are supported, then they lead to the formation of elastins and collagen and other interesting aspects of the skin. So we essentially tested in the lab the effect of a lot of these natural compounds on skin stem cells. And of all of them, we found about 8 having a very specific effect in terms of supporting the proliferation of skin stem cells. We're talking about AFA, for example. The very AFA used to do stem enhance has a very interesting effect on the proliferation of skin stem cells. Aloe vera, ficoidan from a specific seaweed, old man's weed, and all of this blended with the cacao butter. There's a lot of 8 of them that forms essentially our stem cell complex. To this, we have added natural molecules called cytokines. Cyto means cells, kine means kinetics. These are compounds that support the natural renewal process of stem cells in the skin. So we produced these natural compounds, blended a very clear or proprietary blend of these cytokines, and added these to our stem cell complex so that the whole together supports the proliferation of stem cells in the skin and increases it by about 200%. So a very strong effect on skin rejuvenation. And all of the other plants that we tested that did not have an effect on skin stem cells, but we know that they have a good effect on the rejuvenation of the skin, we included them anyway. They're simply not part of that stem cell complex. So we have in Dermastem a lot of natural compounds having these rejuvenative properties on the skin. So we wanted to take all of this stem cell complex, all these plants, and include them into an all-natural skincare. That is also something that we wanted to achieve, and it's not a simple task. To understand what we did, it's important to understand how skincare products are made normally. Normally, skincares are all a blend of oil and water. Water extract of various plants. So if you put oil and you put oil on water, obviously they do not blend together. So traditionally, labs of cosmetology will use emulsifiers to blend water and oil. It will allow to bring them together and do a nice lotion. The problem is that a lot of these chemical emulsifiers are very irritant to the skin because of their properties of being soluble both in water and lipids. So over time, they have the property of drying your skin. We don't use any of those. Once you've done your emulsion, you need to protect it against bacterial growth. And that's the other main problem. A lot of these antimicrobial chemical compounds are very irritant to the skin, some of them even carcinogenic. We did not want to use any of these. So how we built Dermastem and developed Dermastem is by using developing a natural emulsifying system. We're using a derivative of olive oil. We're using Chilean soap nut, soy lecithin, all of this through a proprietary process that gives us a very stable emulsion. Once our emulsion is done, we need to protect it. And that was probably one of the biggest challenges. How can we have a strong antimicrobial effect in the product without using any chemicals? And our approach was to think that in the rainforest, where you have a lot of moisture, you have at times flowers that are blooming for weeks. these flowers are exposed to a lot of bacterial growth, fungal growth because of their environment, and yet they can be blooming for a number of weeks, not showing any trace of bacterial growth. So we chose some of them and studied them in the lab, made extract of them, and found that some of them have very, very significant antimicrobial properties. So we blended them together and then added a process called SoniPure, which is the use of sound waves that can inactivate bacteria. So just before bottling, we use this innovative process to essentially inactivate bacteria prior to bottling, so that we have a product that is both stable on its emulsion and have a very, very strong antibacterial properties, but it is absolutely 100% natural. So our aim with DermaStem, aside from being a natural product, was through its ingredients, was to restructure the skin, support the very basic structure of the skin so that it could retain more moisture, have more elasticity, and when we put these two together, more elasticity and more moisture, that means that you can reduce the appearance of wrinkles. So we took the product and put it to the test in a lab of cosmetology. And what we found actually was beyond what we originally expected. So after 28 days, we found that we have a 10% increase in elasticity, a 30% increase in moisture retention, and all of this leads to an average reduction in wrinkles and fine lines in 28 days up to 25%. So this product is actually working better than we expected. Being all natural, I know I have a small bias, but I do think that it's the best product out there in the marketplace.
So how do you use DermaStem? What we encourage is, of course, you wash your face, and while it's slightly moist, you apply DermaStem. If you use a toner, you wash your face, you put your toner on, and then while your face is still damp, then you tap DermaStem gently around the areas of your face and you smooth it in. If it actually starts drying before you can get it completely smoothed in, just moisten your fingers with a little bit of water and add it to that, and it will smooth in very easily. DermaStem is designed to be absorbed very quickly. It's all natural, and they absorb right into the skin very quickly, which you want because it's full of nutritional value. It's a true nutritional serum, DermaStem.
What are the benefits of a Stemtech business?
I'd like to discuss with you the benefits of joining Stemtech and starting a Stemtech business. First, it only costs $300 to sign up with our Fast Start Pack, and for that you get a business in a box. All the tools, everything you need, products, you're off to the races, and your own website. But more importantly, when you build a Stemtech business, you can help others and you help your own family. Too many families in the world today are suffering, they're struggling, they're trying to survive, and they need a chance to get out of that survival and struggle mode, to get to success, to get to significance, and you can do that easily with Stemtech. And when you get to significance, what's happening? You own your own life. You have time to spend with your family, and you have the money to enjoy it. And that's what it's all about. And more importantly, you have the money to help others. And the most important thing to me is the psychic income that you derive from helping others. And that's why I suggest you start your Stemtech business with the Fast Start Kit so you can get off to a really fast start in changing the world and changing the world for yourself.
How do I get started?
And you may be asking yourself, well, I'm joining Stemtech, but what do I do to get started? How's it work? Well, it's real simple. You started with the Fast Start Pack, and you got a lot of things in there. You got tools and brochures and flyers, and it comes with your own website and all that, but the most important thing you have in that is product. And you need to start using the product right away, because when you use the product, you're going to see a difference in your life. And then you're going to be able to tell people your own story. And that's all you need to do. Talk to people you know and talk to people that you don't know. But make sure you talk to 2 people every day. Over the years that I've been in the industry, the people who've been most successful are those people who are committed to doing just that. Talking to new people every day. 2 a day is all it takes. It doesn't sound like a lot, and it's not a lot, but it's easy to get out of the habit of doing it. So make sure you do it, and I guarantee you success will come your way. You'll be enjoying a fuller, happier life with more time for your family, with more money to support your family, and with a better quality of life from a health perspective. So that's what it's all about. It's real simple. Don't memorize lines. Don't push people, don't be overly aggressive, just be confident and share the fun that you're having with everybody, and you're going to have a wonderful, wonderful business. And remember, 2 a day, every day. See ya.
How does the Stemtech compensation plan work?
One of the keys of being successful in Stemtech, and one of the keys that you can use to help other people as they join you in Stemtech. One level to focus on is, how do I get my products for free? That's a great place to start as you're building a Stemtech business and as you're building your Stemtech family. And it's simple. You talk to a lot of people, you introduce them to the product, and you get about 10, 12 people using the product on a regular basis, and you'll get your product for free. It's really simple, because make sure they sign up for AutoShip. When they're on AutoShip, just like you'll be earning 7% on everything that they buy, and before you know it, your products will be for free, and more importantly, you'll have a bunch of people who are feeling better and enjoying life, and that's what it's all about. It makes you feel good, you got your products for free, and you can help them do the same thing. You'll build an organization, and before you know it, you'll become a director, and then you'll become a STEM gem and a diamond, and the world will be yours. So that's what I suggest you do, and that's what I suggest you focus on. AutoShip and using the products and telling the story. That's the way to maximize the compensation plan.
What kinds of literature, DVDs, and other sales tools does the company make available?
I'd like to tell you about the literature that's available to help you build your business. And it's not just literature. We have DVDs, CDs, and all kinds of tools that can help you build your business. And where did these tools come from? They came from the field. Yes, that's right, it came from you. You said you wanted it. We worked with field committees, and we work with field committees to develop these materials so they'll be just the right thing that you need to make it easier for you to grow your Stemtech business, and that means growing your Stemtech family. So take advantage of these tools. You can see them on your back office. You can also see DVDs and CDs online and on our YouTube website, and all of these things are just one way of saying it's really easy to build a Stemtech business, and it's really easy to become successful by supporting your Stemtech family.
What could your business look like in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years?
You're probably asking yourself, what could my business look like in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? Well, you know what? The answer to that question is really up to you. We provide you with the tools and support that you need to build your business, but it's really up to you in working with your upline to determine what your goals are and to make those goals become a reality. I think it's so important in building any business or in any venture that we have in life that you take the time to adequately and accurately assess where you are, create a vision of where you want to be, and then figure out how you're going to close the gap from where you are to where you're going and make your dream a reality. And that's what we're here to do, to help you and support you. I can tell you this, that in the first 5 years of our company, a lot of people were really, really successful, and we created millionaires, and we created people helping other people, and people got out to make a difference in the world, and that's what it's all about. But what you need to do is work regularly, hold yourself accountable to creating and maintaining your constant presence and focusing on your goals. I think the sky's the limit, and that's the way we've arranged the company, that's the way we've made our plan, and it's up to you. So, do you want to have a life of luxury and significance where you can help a lot of other people? That can happen too, but it is up to you. Work with your upline. We in the company are here to support you in any way that we can and help make your dreams a reality. So remember, where are you today? And where do you want to be tomorrow? And let's close the gap together.